Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to enroll a student in Heights platform course for WooCommerce order. So here let's say that I have got certain courses in WooCommerce and here I want that every time a new order is created by a user for any particular course, then the same user who has just created the order should be enrolled as a user in Heights platform in the same course. Now to do this, we will have to integrate the two applications and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect. So here my trigger will be WooCommerce and my action application will be Heights platform. Now to understand how you can integrate and automate this entire process yourself without the need of any coding skills, let's begin. So this here is a dashboard of Pabbly Connect software and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, then you will have to sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you will get 100 free tasks. Now once you reach the dashboard, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Click on this. This dialog box has appeared and here you have to name your workflow. So here I'm going to name it as Enroll Student in Heights platform course for WooCommerce order. Let's click on Create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the automated response of your trigger application. Now let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get an automated response on SMS. Now how does that happen? So this happens with the help of automation. In such a case, your trigger will be the payment gateway and your action application can be any application with the help of which you can send these messages. Now let's come to our use case. So here my trigger application will be WooCommerce. Let's click on this. Then comes the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it will be new order created. So here you can see we have received this webhook URL. Now this URL is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and WooCommerce. So here I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and once copied we have to follow the following steps. Now I already have logged into my WooCommerce account. Let me take you there. Now here we have to go to settings. Now within settings we have to go to advanced, and here we are going to go to webhooks. So here you can see these are the webhooks already added. Now I'm going to click on add webhook, and now here I'm going to name this. So here I'm going to name it as new test webhook. Then the status is changed to active. The topic here is order created. So here I have added the same. Then comes the delivery URL. So here I am going to paste the URL that we had just received, and then comes the API version. So we always have to select the latest API version, and now I'm going to click on save webhook. So as we do that, here we can see that the webhook has been updated successfully. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to recapture webhook response. Let's click on yes. And here we can see that now we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, and we can understand that Pabbly Connect and WooCommerce are properly integrated. For this, I'm going to create an order. So let's go to WooCommerce once again. Here I'm going to go to the store. Now within this store, you can see there are different products already. So now here I'm going to purchase a product. The name is PHP course for beginners. Let's add to cart. So as we do that, here it is asking me to continue shopping. I'm going to go down and proceed to checkout. Now here we have to provide the information. Let's say the first name here is dummy. Then the last name here is smart. Then we have the name of the company, country, street address, apartment. Here I have given some random address. This here is the name of the state, pin code, phone number. Here I'm going to change it to smartdummy@pabblytudes.com, and now here I'm going to click on place order. So as we do that, here we can see that our account has been charged and the transaction has been successful. So this means that now we should receive a response in Pabbly Connect. Let's go and check the same. And here we can see we have received the response. Let's check our response that we have received. So as I take you down, first of all we have the amount. Now here we have got the address details, then we have the user details, And then again this here is the payment URL. Then we have the order key. Now as I take you down, here we have the name of the product. Now once we have received all this information, what is my objective? I want that this particular user who has just made the purchase should be enrolled as a student in Heights platform course. But before doing that, I'm going to set a filter so that this workflow is going to continue only when the user has created the order for this specific product only. So here I'm going to choose filter as a feature by Pabbly. And here the label that I'm going to select for this, I'm going to go to step 1 and here I'm going to look for the name of the course. This should be equal to, so here I'm going to copy the name of the course and I'm going to paste the same thing, exact same thing as the value. So the workflow has to continue only when the name of the course is equal to this. Let's click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we can see that the status is a success, which means that now we can continue with the next action step. And here I'm going to select my next action step, and this time it is going to be Heights. The application is Heights platform. Now the action event here will be to enroll student. Now let's click on connect. As we do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Heights platform account. I have selected add new connection since we are setting up this connection for the first time. Now to set up this connection, we need the API key. How can we get that? For that, first we have to log into our Heights platform account. And once done, we have to click on the drop down menu at the top right corner. So this here is my Heights account. So top right corner is the drop down menu. Let's click on this. Now here it is saying that we have to go to account settings. So here we are going to go to account settings. Now within account settings, we have to, on the right hand side, there will be an API key. So let's check for the same. Now as I take you down, here on the right hand side, there is this API key. I am going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I am going to paste the same. Then we have to enter the subdomain. So how do we have to enter it? So if this here is our address, then this is the subdomain. So this is our subdomain. So I'm going to copy this and here I'm going to paste the same. Let's click on save to set up this connection. So once this is done, now here we have to fill in this information. First of all, included course. So now here I'm going to take you to the course that I have created. There is only one course, which is PHP course for beginners, and I want that this user should be enrolled in this course. And here you can see that this has already been selected because there was only one course. Let's say there were multiple courses. In that case, you could have just clicked on this and from the drop down you could have selected. Next is included bundle. So here we have to select the bundle. Now this here is not mandatory, so I'm going to leave this blank. Next we have to add the name. So I'm going to click on this. Can you see the previous steps here? Let's go to step 1. Now as I take you down, here we can see we have the name. So this here is the first name. Let's give a space and then we need the last name, which is Smart. So this here is the complete name. Then we need the email address. So here I'm going to add the email address. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time your workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same information manually, and even when this workflow was running in real time and would have received some new response, this workflow wouldn't have taken that. Instead, it would have taken the manually written data. So to avoid that, we map the information. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here we have received the response according to which now this particular user must be enrolled in the course. Let's go and check the same. So this here is our Heights account. Let's go to members. So now here we can see that this particular person has joined the course. What is the name of the course? PHP course for beginners. So this means that our integration is a success. Now let's check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you to WordPress now. Once again, let's go to the store. Now here we are going to go down, again going to select the same course, add to cart. Now as I scroll down, proceed to checkout. Now let's fill in the details. Let's say the first name here is Test. The last name is Smart. This is the company name. Then we have the same address. I'm just going to change the email address, which is testdummysmart@pabblytudes.com. Click on place order. And here we can see that our account has been charged and the transaction is successful. Now let me take you to Heights account, and here in Heights platform I'm going to first refresh this page. And here we can see that Test Smart, this particular user, has been added to PHP course for beginners. So this means our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So here our trigger was WooCommerce, the event was new order created, and then we had used a feature by Pabbly which was filter, so that the workflow continues only when the payment has been made for a specific product. And our final action application was Heights platform, where the event was to enroll a student. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.